Bilaal Ibn Rabah radiyallahu an. The story of Bilaal radiyallahu an is inspirational as it illustrates many of the virtues of Islam. Some details of Bilaal radiyallahu an is life or some details of Bilaal radiyallahu an's life are uncertain and varying accounts exists. However, his conversion, his taqwa and his position as the first caller to prayer, muazzin, are not disputed. Bilaal radiyallahu an was among the Muslims who migrated to Yathrib, later renamed Medina Munawwara. When the call to prayer, adhan, was first given in Medina, it was Bilaal radiyallahu an who was chosen to proclaim it. One reason for this was that he had a beautiful, deep, melodious, resonant voice. However, what is remarkable about the choice of Bilaal radiyallahu an is that he was a younger black African slave. He was younger. The date of Bilal's birth is not known for certain, but historians put it at some time between 578 and 582. This would make him about 10 years younger than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is when the first muazzin was chosen. It was not someone who was an elder or had status and respect because of seniority. He was black. Sir William Muir, in his book The Life of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, states he was tall, dark, and with African features and bushy hair. He also status that noble members of the Quraysh would despise Bilaal radiyallahu an and call him Ibn Sauda, son of the black woman. In other words, racism based on skin color was rife in those days, as indeed it still exists in some places today. He was of African heritage. Although Bilaal was born in Mecca, he was the son of Rabah, an Arab slave, while his mother, Hamama, was a former princess of Abyssinia who was captured after the event of Amul Fil, the attempt of destroy the Kaaba and put into slavery. For this person, Bilaal radiyallahu an is often referred to as Bilal al-Habashi, that is Bilal whose heritage is from Habasha, another name for Abyssinia, present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea. In short, Bilal could hardly be called a true Meccan Arab. He was a slave. He was born into slavery and had no option but to work for his master, Umayyad bin Khalaf, as states. As Stacy 2 states, being born into servitude, he probably never expected life to offer him more than hard work, pain and drudgery. Umayyad's livelihood was based around idol worship. Bilal became recognized as a good slave and was entrusted with the keys to the idols of Arabia. The Muslims thus chose for their muezzin not someone of high social standing, but by that time former slave. The fact that a younger black African slave was selected to be given the honor of making the first call to prayer is testimony to Islam's popular pluralism and racial equality, and that in Islam people are judged by their piety, taqwa, rather than their age, skin color, race, ethnicity, or social status. The events of Bilal's history after the death of Prophet Muhammad are disputed. He migrated to Syria, where he died around the years 638 to 642. Given that his date of birth is not certain, this would have made him anywhere between 56 and 64 years old. The location of his tomb is not certain either. Most say it is Damascus, Syria, although others say Amman, Jordan. Bilal's place in the history of Islam is assured for several reasons. He was one of the first converts to Islam. The seventh, his allegiance to Islam was tested by torture, but he was steadfast in his piety. He was one of the closest companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was the first muezzin. As a result of this, he is guaranteed paradise, Jannah, because Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam called Bilal radiallahu anhu a man of paradise.